I'm telling y'all, this woman is real. Y'all don't know shit about this woman. All y'all that think this woman is being conniving or manipulative or trying to trap him, you're stupid. You're stupid. What's going on, YouTube? In this dose, we're reacting to Abba and Preacher's interview with Daisy Fit Chin, Fresh's soon-to-be baby mom, and she came with more receipts about the fact that he's a fraud when it comes to their relationship and how he wanted her to be his baby mom and his girlfriend. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, share, ingest, and enjoy. Let's get a dose of this shit.
Today on episode 2 of Surviving Fresh and Fit, I wanted to get to the bottom of this fiasco. If you haven't seen part 1, be sure to go check that out for more context. But I decided that I would interview the woman in question at the heart of this whole thing. She provided me a bunch of screenshots, screen recordings, and a bunch of different things. And I think it answered a lot of the questions that would have seemed to be unanswered before. Things like whether or not she's a sex worker. She isn't. What was the timeline of events? Did Walter know that she was not on birth?
Well, I mean, that was obvious. I never thought she was a sex worker. That's the Fresh and Fit fans who just want to call every woman a 304. That woman does not carry herself like a sex worker. She doesn't talk like a sex worker. She doesn't think like a sex worker. She does not behave like a sex worker. Nothing about her is emblematic of her being a sex worker. So that's obvious. That's just Fresh and Fit fans being biased and ignorant.
Birth control. Was he aware that she was trying to have a child? Did they have discussions about it? Was he trying to be serious with her? What proof does she have that? All these things are going to get answered over the course of this interview. But first thing that I have to correct from the previous thing is that she's never been a sex worker. Turns out she won some kind of beauty pageant, and people just started uploading her page.
Yeah, Miss Asia 2023.
To
that's
some
what she
escorting
was.
sites, but it was just scam sites. Now, whether or not you want to believe that is up to everyone at home. But to date, there's no actual proof that she does any of that kind of work. On a live stream today, he said that you were never his girl.
He said that?
I made a statement on my vlog and on the show multiple times. And I said, this is a matter of fact, guys, look it up if you want to. I said, if a girl's on camera with me, she is what? Not my girl. Let's keep that in mind. If I bring a girl on camera, she's not my girl. You never see my girl because I know what happens when you bring her on the internet. I learned from experience. That's all I want to say.
Listen, this was a great trip. Happy to see a lovely Asian queen again. But, you know, as time passes, we must say farewells for a short period of time until she comes.
Okay, so he claimed that she's his Asian queen. Happy to see my Asian queen again. And we just saw a quick snippet of those text exchanges to where he's calling her his girlfriend. It's already not looking good. It's already not looking good. He's already looking like the liar, the disingenuous one, the fraud. Just by labeling this woman his queen in front of everybody. Whoever this video was addressed to, wherever this video surfaced, whoever he's talking to, he's putting the world on notice and claiming this woman, labeling this woman as his queen, giving her a definitive role in his life as his number one. This is how you make women crazy. When you give them labels and you show them off as yours, they have a right to believe that they're yours because you claimed them and you've made it known to everyone. So this makes sense. It's not a good start.
Comes back, so can't wait to see her back here in Miami. I love her. No, I don't. Love you, babe.
Yeah, I love you, babe. So he's out here saying he don't.
Love you, babe. Goodbye, kiss. On the vlog. I'm not subscribed to Fresh or Fit's other YouTube channels. I'm not even subscribed to Fresh and Fit. But is this, for anybody that's watching this who has watched it, is this Fresh's other channel or something? Is this his vlog channel? Because that's what it looks like. This looks personal. Or his IG story maybe. Either way, he called her his queen, his girlfriend, and babe within the first 30 seconds of this reaction. To me, that sounds like he told her they were in a relationship. That sounds like you're in a relationship.
claim her. He never claimed her. That's not his girl. But in private, he's saying, I love you. He's saying, you my girlfriend. He moved her in. And on top of that, he publicly on video saying he loves her. Does that sound like somebody who's being treated like a jump off? I'm just saying. Everyone telling you she's baby trapping him, all this other stuff. Is she baby trapping him, or is...
Yeah, everyone saying that are idiots. People are idiots. I don't know. It just shows you how biased and distorted people are when such things are self-evident. There's no way you could assume that this woman wasn't genuine in everything that she has said thus far about her and Fresh's relationship. About him saying what he said to her, doing what he did for her, moving her in, her flying out, buying the going half on the bracelet. There's honestly no way, if you have the IQ above room temperature, that you would assume that this woman tried to trap him, is lying on him. Ruining his reputation. I mean, at this point, if he fed her all these lies and then turn around and told her to abort the baby, then you have to deal with the fact that she's trying to ruin his reputation, because that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to air him out. She's putting him on blast. But the reality of the matter is, he brought this on himself, because we're seeing video evidence of him letting the world know that this is his woman. So she has every right to be upset about what they are currently going through after what I've already seen within the first 2 minutes and 25 seconds of this reaction. Receipts that nobody had access to prior.
Is he just trapping her? I'm asking the questions. Because the only deception I've seen so far is from him towards her. The only trap I've seen so far is him basically love bombing the shit out of her so he can f her as much as he wants. Then when he's done, he just get rid of her.
Well, he's just making him make him look like an idiot right now, because clearly, he made that on public, and on the conversation you saw it. He calls me girlfriend, right? Yeah. Are you gonna take someone to see your entire family if she's not your girlfriend? Travel to your home country? That's not reasonable. You can casually meeting your mother, that's fine. The first time I met his mother, I was like, okay, if you decide to do that, I don't mind.
Why did you accept being in a non-monogamous relationship with Fresh?
Yeah, you know why? Because we were in a long-distance relationship.
First of all, before I play and she answered that question, that's easy. She know how he move, and she wanted to impress him. Anytime a woman likes you, a woman is going to accept what comes with you, especially if you're open and honest about it. I've been honest and transparent with all the women that I've dated. I'm sure some of you seen the first time from my first appearance on the whatever podcast, I said that I had 4 side chicks. I didn't have 4 side chicks because I wasn't in a relationship, but I had a rotation of 4 women. And all these women understood that I was seeing different women, and none of these women had a problem with it as far as they admitted to me. They focused on themselves. When I was available and they were available, we hung out, we did what we did. I enjoyed their companionship, I enjoyed their company, and they enjoyed mine. And then when we parted ways, I went on about my business until it was time for us to hang out again. No one questioned me, no one went through my phone, no one worried about what other women were getting what or what they weren't getting. When you're open and honest and a woman likes you, she's going to put up with whatever it is that she puts up with in order to prove to you that she actually likes you. She's going to do her best to try to keep you. This is what women do when they actually like you. As long as you're transparent, open, and honest, and you give them the option to deal with it, accept it or reject it, and they accept it, they have the mind to not worry about other women outside of themselves.
Because whether I agree or not, he's going to do that. And we weren't stable because we just got to know each other. And, so I was thinking just to be there and move there, to be with him, maybe it would be different. But I don't want to, it comes to a conclusion in the beginning, like, oh, I'm gonna stop this guy from doing everything just because he met me. Because in the early stage of the relationship, I don't wanna.
Then I ask her, well, why do you not want to be intense about monogamy, but you are rushing to have a kid?
Good question.
I asked some tough questions.
That's a good question.
I'm not softballing it.
No, I ain't mad at you.
No, she's like, I don't want to be too intense and like rush like monogamy, so I'm accepting this. But like,
you're rushing for.
But you want to have a baby with him.
Yeah, I understand. I understand because I just felt like I just feel like I'm not that type of girl that I have to be with someone for years to get married. Or if I like someone, I can have a kid with him for like a week. Like, it doesn't matter. It's the time doesn't matter. I was with someone for 9 months. He really wanted to marry me. He's American. And I didn't want that. I ended that. When I met Walter, I just felt like, wow, there's so much chemistry.
What? I mean, I agree.
I'm just.
Infatuation, ladies and gentlemen. Infatuation. She wanted to have a baby with Walter as soon as possible because she felt that it was right. This is all emotion. These are the emotional responses that women will give you when you do everything that they have in their mind. When they perceive you to align with who they have in their mind, they think, why not? It has its evolutionary biological advantages. It does. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what infatuation is for. That's what limerence is for. That's why we become in this obsessive state to where all rationality is shut down when we first meet somebody, because we're supposed to have a baby in that stage, and that's why it lasts for about 9 to 12 months, because you're obsessed with one another. You get pregnant, you remain obsessed with one another, you remain in tune with one another, wanting to be around one another throughout the pregnancy. Biologically, it makes sense. It aligns perfectly with evolution. Biologically, it makes sense. Fall in infatuation, in limerence, in love, in obsessive state. Be all about that person. Go wherever that person goes. Do whatever that person wants to do. Get pregnant. That lasts about 9 months, 12 months, maybe 16. And then the baby is born within that 9-month period, and there's still that obsessive component. There's still that obsessive nature between you guys. So when the kid is born, you're there in the earliest developmental stages. You guys are together in the earliest developmental stages of that child's development. That's the purpose it serves. That's why we get infatuated. That's why we get obsessed. That's why we fall in love really quick. And that's why nobody can tell us that somebody is not good for us. That's why we ignore all red flags. We can't even see them. We're literally blind to the red flags. We don't ask questions. All we know is that the chemistry, which is sexual attraction, is there. It's powerful. It's visceral. And it motivates us to want to be around each other all the time.
Trying to talk to me.
No, I'm not the type of girl that can. I'm not the type of girl that's gonna have to have to wait for a long time before I marry someone. Huh? What type of girl is that?
I mean, there's plenty of people who meet their husbands for the first time through arranged marriages or whatever.
Yeah, weird.
The female brain.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that's not
the
that
female brain
in different parts of the world.
It still doesn't answer the question. It doesn't answer the question of why you want to rush this baby, but you don't want.
And let's not forget she's Buddhist as well. Her culture is a little different from American culture.
It doesn't. As a matter of fact, it made it weirder. So I'm still questioning. Like, it doesn't absolve it doesn't absolve or take out of the equation the baby trapping situation because of that answer. That answer was so.
But that's not baby trapping. That's just what she's saying is there's some people out here who are just very like feels oriented, meaning, oh, I loved her. Well, how do you know? It's been a week. I just feel it. Like, some people are just like that.
It's called the human brain.
Very intuitive. Everything is just.
We call them.
And see, this is why I do what I do, because all of these conversations that go on the internet, all these reactions, for some reason, everyone seems to forget that we are not in control. Our brains are in control. Everything a person does is warranted by an electrical response, an electrical impulse in the brain that's firing that results in the behaviors and the feelings that we experience. the feelings that we experience and the behaviors that we demonstrate. People are not acting on their own agency in a sense to where we're deciding that this is what we want to do. No, we're being compelled. We're being compelled by our biology, by our psychology to do these things. I hate that people act like they aren't aware that humans have brains and that our brains control what we do. And we know it controls what we do because if you eliminate that part of the brain that's responsible or associated with the behavior, then they will no longer be able to do what they're doing. You no longer be able to feel lust. You no longer be able to produce oxytocin or vasopressin. You no longer be able to feel like you want to commit or be monogamous. The parts of the brain that are responsible for these behaviors are causing us to behave this way when stimuli sets them off. We can't control it. Humans really act like we just are shells that just walk around and we have the agency, the freedom to do whatever we want, go against what we feel, override any compulsion that we experience, and we don't. We really don't. Never forget that the brain is the foundation of all our behaviors, feelings, experiences, emotions, memories, everything. Without it, we can't do anything. We are not logical beings. We do not operate on logic. Logic comes after emotion for both men and women. The first response we get from something, from stimuli, is an emotional response, an intuition. It's us perceiving our environment, interpreting the stimuli, and then reacting to it. Then, after we reacted to it, only then can we have thoughts about what we did or why we're doing it.
What? Stupid. Carry on.
That's not very smart. That's not.
I agree it's not smart.
You see what I'm saying? It's not smart because it's not logical. It's not a logical process that's at play.
She never wanted a baby. Would that be true?
She didn't want? Okay, if he says so, if he really didn't want a baby, after so many times I asked him in person, do not come in me. He does that every fucking day. Like, he can just pull out.
How does this weird stone bath mat help?
Now that's interesting. I love how women
stepping out of the shower into a puddle of filthy bacteria.
I love how women will put the accountability on the men. Like, women automatically put the accountability on the men. A woman will tell you, okay, well, you don't want a baby, don't come at me. But she won't tell you, hey, go get a condom. She won't tell you to go get a condom. She'll leave it up to you to make the executive decision of if you want to wear a condom or not. She'll just tell you, well, don't come at me. Even if you're having sex. This has happened to me plenty of times. Even if you're having sex and you like, I ain't trying to get you pregnant. Well, you better not come at me then. But they won't tell you to get a condom. As a matter of fact, you can sit there and keep going. They may tell you don't come in them while you're having sex, but they won't tell you get out of me and go put on a condom. They really will put all the accountability on you. Women do this. How many of y'all watching this video? How many guys watching this video has experienced that? They will not make you put on a condom, but they will say, don't come at me if you tell them you ain't trying to have no kids. Women are interesting creatures because at the end of the day, they still really want you to come in them. They just going off of what you say. If you say you don't want something, they say, well, put on a condom, because notice, they didn't say that. She didn't say that. She didn't say she doesn't want a baby and she don't want him to come in you. She telling you don't come at her because you said you don't want a baby. Okay, well then, don't come at me then. Because I'm not going to stop you. I want your baby. That's basically what it boils down to.
Easy as that. Because he was always like, oh, I'm doing this with my girlfriend. So really serious conversation. Like planning a future and ask me what I want to do. Oh, I want to plan a future with you. Why don't we get a house instead of renting another apartment? That doesn't make sense. Wasting money, blah, blah, blah. And he said, what if you get pregnant? Isn't that better for a bigger house?
They stupid.
Is that baby trapping?
They're gonna end up together.
Is that baby trapping? I'm asking. Is that baby trapping? You out here talking about let's get a house together because what if you get pregnant? Is that baby trapping, my bro? I'm just asking. Just asking the question.
Fresh literally planted the seed.
It's not.
He literally planted the seed.
Guys,
I understand what
Figuratively.
you're saying it's not, but some of these answers
And literally.
fall.
I think they're irresponsible, but that doesn't mean baby
Yeah.
traffic.
No, I wouldn't-
Those are
exactly.
separate things.
Exactly.
Not pregnant, no baby. She tells that to Walter. He says, "Oh, you did a pregnancy test?
If she's saying he said this and he really said that, let's get a house. What if you get pregnant?
My period just came, and 5 days ahead. So you play a good game. Oh, okay, what game? This game on bed. I'm confused. Don't worry, we all are. I don't think anybody understood what she meant." And she goes, "Just kidding. I meant you are safe. Just letting you know. Next time you won't be so lucky." What's that saying?
I'm not having a baby.
I'm having your baby.
Yeah.
Next time you're not gonna be so lucky. And what does he write? "Oh, I wasn't worried. I didn't want to pull out anyway. But that's good that you got your period." So you're being she's not too happy about it. "I didn't reject you because I don't mind being pregnant with your baby." She's being direct.
Yeah.
She's telling him, and all he says is, "No, I'm saying I like you a lot, and once you're happy, I'm happy." So can you understand why she's confused? He refusing.
Yeah, nah, this ain't a good look, y'all. This not a good look. This not a good look. This nigga's a liar. I understand it could be scary. I understand you could get cold feet. You may not expect that it's gonna happen, but eventually, if you keep nutting in a girl, she's gonna get pregnant. Like, why would you play with that? Why are you flirting with that?
Gonna pull out, busting inside them sugar walls, and now all of a sudden he's been trapped. He don't want to be a dad. You have decided that you were not going to pull out of her vagina, so you are not going to pull out of fatherhood.
Care of the baby.
You are not going to pull out of fatherhood.
You're gonna take care of the baby.
He has no choice. He's gonna pay.
No sperm intervention.
I say,
No semen
bro, I'm gonna
intervention.
punch you in the face. Yo, I missed last time, but this time I'm gonna punch you in your face. And then I'll punch you in your face.
No, wait. Whatever.
Is that a sucker punch?
No, it's not a second punch. Especially if you tell me you're gonna punch me in my face, and I tell you, whatever makes you happy. And I look at you like, whatever makes, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Bro,
I get dicked in the mouth.
A lot of validity in those
boys, you were not
statements.
sucker punched. Take some accountability. Hold that out. Did you always tell him that you would not get an abortion?
Oh, I always told him. He knows I'm not getting any abortion, and plus, he didn't care at all. He was like, he was kind of like just admitted that if he's gonna make me pregnant, he's just gonna like raise a baby with me, and he didn't like say that, but all this his action proves that.
Doesn't mind isn't the same as saying he really wants to have a child. Why don't you get verbal confirmation if he really wanted a child with you?
No, because I was pretty sure that he was so serious about me. But then, okay, but at least he's not stupid that if he does this to me, I'm gonna get pregnant. I think it's just misunderstood.
Hey, listen. Actions at the end of the day is what matters. Actions at the end of the day is what matters. Women are still going to pay attention to your actions to see if your actions align with the things that you've been telling them. That's what they're going to do. Because a lot of women, after they've been hurt by men, after they've experienced men who have been deceitful, who have lied, who have been manipulative, their hairs stand up when they hear a man say something similar to what they've heard another man that they actually like say in the past, and they're like, "Oh, I've heard this before. Let me see if his actions align." Now, she seems to be a little bit more naive. She doesn't seem to be a woman who is plagued with emotional baggage and a lot of negative relationship experiences from her past. So she's probably taken everything that he said at face value, and then she's reiterated several times that he's very charming, he's very romantic, and he pours it on thick. So it's unwise to feed a woman fantasy fairy tale BS, knowing that she likes you, and expect her not to take it seriously. Expecting her not to take it to heart. She's absolutely going to take it to heart. She's going to believe everything you're saying because she already likes you and she wants to believe you because she wants this to be the reality of you guys' relationship. This is why it's always better to just be upfront, direct, and transparent with women. And this is why, running game, telling women lies and shit just to get in their pants is a lame ass move for real. It's a lame ass move.
Dude, maybe he was just being irresponsible. But for me, he's serious. Yeah, because I've never met someone like that. Nobody would treat me like that. Like, this is so evil. I've never met anyone like that. I'm not acting like a naive girl right here. Like, I traveled a lot of places, but nothing like this.
See, that didn't make much sense to me because in my head I'm like, so you want to be serious with somebody and you want to have a child with them, but you're not getting them to verbally say they also really want to have a child with. Shouldn't that be something y'all establish properly?
And how long they been together?
4 or 5 months. Amy busting inside her sugar walls every day, never pulling out. Can you show paperwork for pregnancy tests and ultrasound? A lot of people are saying that stuff is photoshopped or whatever, or it's just like, so I just wanted to at least see if she had actual real paperwork.
A lot of idiots say that shit.
I have no problem sharing that. I actually posted.
Yeah. Only idiots believe that
so
shit.
Let me explain about the ultrasound. The doctor told me it's still early, 4 weeks. So she can't see everything, but she can still see a little bit, like a small quarter of it. But it's just like it's too early, It's 4 weeks.
How did you know Pug CEO was the man to bust inside your sugar wall?
Why they call this nigga
I have no idea. I just feel like maybe everything happens. It was meant to be, to meet him even. Out of all the people in Miami, every day I go out, I get so many how to say
attention
approach every day, wherever. The night we met at the party, and there were other guys. They were like another guy. He's really, really into me. So Fresh was there as well. And I just don't know, like somehow he just got me curious. Everybody, like out of everybody, like when they see me interesting, they would come talk to me or making some nonsense. But this guy, he was just like staring at me, not saying anything, like full of questioning on his face. That just caused my curiosity. Because usually, I get a lot of approach, so it's not interesting for me. So I was like, okay, who's this guy? And then, finally he said hi to me. He's like, where are you from? And I said,
well, there's a gem for y'all. There's a gem for y'all. What she was used to, she wasn't receptive to. What she wasn't used to piqued her interest. There's a gem for y'all. There's something. Stand out. Make yourself stand out in some shape, form, or fashion with a woman who attracts a lot of attention. She garners a lot of interest from men. Stand out. Have a different approach. Something that is unusual, because naturally that will pique her interest.
guess if you're right, I will drink. If you're wrong, then you drink. So he was like, okay, this is interesting. And then he DM'd me.
Oh, and she got game.
He's romantic. He's good at planning dates. And he's kind of dominate. He was just good at everything, He was saying things to me that made me feel it's real,
Now listen, and this is me. Of course, I'm biased towards myself, but it has a lot of merit to it because it's happened in real life. When women call other men romantic and they say they good at everything, when I look at those type of men and what they doing, I just think women are really gullible. Like I said, there's already that positive illusion that's at play, who she wants you to be, her perception of who she thinks you are relative to who you actually are, which gives you an advantage on the dating market. Like if a woman is into you, then it's not going to be hard to impress her because she's already into you. She's already developed perceptions of things about you that impresses herself within her own mind. So it's not that difficult. But when I actually look at, especially like dealing with my clients and stuff, and I interview my clients or I ask them, we're going over how a guy got them or how they started, and they tell me things men said and did. I'm like, you fell in love with that? I did that when I was 14. I said that when I was 15. That you fell in love with that? It's not that impressive to me. But women are different. I'm not a guy. I mean, I'm not a guy who dates men, so it's not like I would know how it makes them feel or how it looks to them. I just know the type of things that I say and do with women, and I know how much better I am at being creative, witty, romantic, charismatic, assertive, aggressive, dominant, knowing how to turn them on, knowing what to say, what not to say, when to say it, how to say it. Like, I'm really good at that. So when I see other men do it, or I hear them do it, it's just like, that impressed you? I could do that in my sleep. But hey, to each his own. To each his own.
He was genuine, and he made me feel special. Maybe no matter what other people were saying, like what he did to other girls, or even I found out later though, not when I just started.
You know, what did you think hearing this?
What did I think about what?
About what you heard right now?
I'm not sure.
Because there's a whole narrative that this girl was trying to baby trap him, or she wasn't really into him. She's there for the money or whatever it is. But when I hear her speak, you notice her face. You see how she smiles when she think about him and all that stuff. Like, I was actually surprised by this part because everyone's asking the same question. You know what you were asking? Yo, why'd you get with Fresh? Yeah, you seen him?
Good
but
reading.
You look at her. That's the face of somebody who's actually into him.
Exactly. Good reading.
Yeah.
They have sense. I see why they have as many subs as they do.
That's just one thing that
I see why they have as many subs as they do.
Why are you exposing him publicly?
Why? Because obviously now I hate him. I hate him for not being a man, stand up for his child, and not taking the responsibilities.
She just told y'all, you don't know how to tell when a woman is serious, vindictive, spiteful, manipulative, versus actually liking you, loving you, invested in you. Y'all can't tell because there's no... From the moment I heard this woman speak, from the moment I seen the receipts, no part of my certified relationship coach brain sensed anything disingenuous. None. She sounds like a typical client that I have, female, who is hurt, who has been deceived, who is struggling, who has a lot of malice towards the guy who misled her, who lied to her, who cheated on her. There's not an ounce of disingenuousness in her voice. She really fucked with this man. Not to mention, you know, just dealing with women myself, I have a better understanding of how women behave when they actually like you. So it's easy for my brain to register this for what it is, the validity in the way she felt about Fresh. I can see it easily because, as I said, the tonality, the emotions, like they just pointed out, the way she smiles thinking about it, the way she looks down, she blushes. Yeah, because her brain, the same parts of her brain that were in those moments when it happened, those circuits are lighting back up. So she's experiencing the positive emotions that she experienced in those moments when it happened, which is why we're seeing her face mirror the emotions that she experienced when she was actually in the situation and in a good place with Fresh.
After he doesn't have to love me, or he can break up with me. That's fine. For me, it's okay. It's some guy sing for 4 months. I was like gonna get over with it, but I'm pregnant. This is serious for me.
This is just a bit of a sidewalk, but Fresh and Fit fan accused Fresh of buying you a bracelet for $30,000. On a podcast, he said he never paid a dime. Nobody has a receipt. Is this true?
The Chinese escort, because I'm about to get Fresh on this one too. So Fresh, you gave an extremely expensive Von Cleef bracelet, which are worth up to $30,000, to a Chinese escort you just met. Now, Fresh, you claim that you didn't give her the gift. That's what you claim.
Show me the proof.
But the escort says that you did.
Look at her page in detail. What does she have under? Multiple gifts? From herself, by the way, or from her ex. Whatever she does for her money, bro, it's up to her. So to put that on me, just because you want to say, oh, Fresh is a simp, wrong.
So you didn't buy it?
Fresh, so can you
No.
stop?
You're just trying to say that he bought the bracelet. He didn't buy the bracelet.
And
No, it's not true. He paid half and I paid half. Like I said, how much? Around $30,000. Well, first I still have the conversation. I told him, what's the issue if you tell everyone you bought me the bracelet? Like, why can't you tell everyone? Why can't you speak the truth? Like, why are you like pretending it? Like, hiding it. But then he was like, don't say it. He just told me to shut up.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. It's a big deal to them.
Yes.
It's a big deal to the fans, and it's a big deal to them because it really makes you look like I see them.
Yep.
I wouldn't give a shit. You give things to people. You give things to people that you appreciate.
15 grand?
Wait a minute.
I mean, if you got it,
Just met. But these guys always want to claim they don't pay for nothing. They don't do none of this stuff.
They don't have.
They don't use their money to get. But you realize they all do it. They all doing it. They're paying for random girls' apartments. They're all doing this kind of stuff. So why is he lying? Not because it's a big deal, but it's like Preach said, it's a big deal to the fans.
Yeah, he has a reputation of
down on the lie. And it's almost insulting because your fans are being like, "Yo, are you living up to your principle?" You're like, "Yes, I am." You guys are lying and saying I'm not. When you just ask the girl, it's like, "Oh no, he's lying about it." So the only reason I brought this up is because Fresh can't be trusted about what he says on this topic because he's already proven time and time again he's gonna lie to protect his reputation. Do you think that all this is good for your future baby?
That's another good fucking question.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why in the beginning, it's not good for the baby, actually. That's why I just want to tell the truth, because when I first test positive, and I was just kind of shocked because I just want to see where his head's at, and then I try to like talk to him, I called him, I text him, he acts like nothing happened, like not my business, like woman, not my business, deal with it. We're not together, like don't call me, don't text me, things like that. That was his behavior. I have a 37 minutes conversation between me and him. What if you think we don't keep the baby because we're not together anymore, things happen, and I'm going to take care of you, I'm going to take you to the hospital, that would be fine, I would be okay. But he did completely the other way around. That just made me so sad. That just made me so sad. How can you you said you love me like literally 2 weeks ago and wanting to cling a future with me, and now you acting like this with me.
When did you tell him you're pregnant?
On the 30th. Yeah, I told him immediately. When I exposed him, when I started to decide to expose him.
Right there, I'd asked her, when did you call the lawyer? So so essentially what happened was she called him on the 30th of March, be like, hey, wait, 30th of March? Am I thinking the right date? What are we right now?
March. Or April.
Or April? Okay, sorry. So we called her on 30th of March, telling her she's pregnant. And I think on April 4th, that's when she started exposing him. So on April 4th.
Denied and everything and stuff.
Yeah, because when she contacted him, he's just like, bro, I don't know you. Get the fuck away from me. Like, no, that's your problem. Go deal with it. And so she's like, yo, you got me pregnant. You just want to disappear on me? So when she exposed her, she's like, I'm calling a lawyer. I'm going to figure this whole shit out. And so that's the timeline of how things went down. It's 2 + 2 4.
2 + 2 is 4. Yeah. That's magic.
Why are you asking that?
No. And then I asked her, who decided that?
Who decided that?
It was discovered.
That's just logic. That's just the math.
It's discovered.
Without this, the world doesn't function. You can't count on anything. Everybody knows that. Idiot.
I'm missing it. I don't know what's going on in here.
I needed to know the answer.
Is this an inside joke, or were they genuinely curious if she knew what 2 + 2 was?
Probably undereducated. He doesn't have anything else to say on the podcast.
But you let this dummy bust inside you. Wow. You can't talk shit about it.
God damn.
He was totally your sugar walls. I'm just saying. You know?
God damn, Abba.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that before, because
They never do.
I just thought he's funny.
Then you're going to end up with a dumb baby.
Yeah.
Any regrets about how this whole thing has unfolded so far?
Yeah. First, for being so dumb, letting him come inside on me without marriage. And I don't regret exposing. I don't. Yeah. Who's Abba?
asked her if she's gonna have a boy. Does she know what she's gonna name him?
Oh my god.
I'm done.
I don't know. Don't ask me this question because I haven't decided yet.
What about the name Abba?
Well,
And to me, she seems really genuine. She seems really down to earth, chill. She appears she knows how to flirt. She knows how to engage men. I mean, I'm not. This is not a low quality woman. I am not getting. I don't even know what word to use. I'm just not picking up signs that she's a low value woman. Low quality woman. I mean, she's typically what you would look for in a woman. A lot of y'all passport bros, she's foreign. She doesn't have any kids. She's not a sex worker. She was willing to move out to Miami where Fresh was. Do whatever he wanted, operate on his terms as long as he was just responsible, honest, open, supportive, and caring. And she would have did whatever he said, did whatever he wanted. Those aren't the qualities of a low value woman. Those aren't the qualities of a low quality woman.
I got so many DMs already that they want to step in and they want to be the stepfather.
Of course, niggas is sex.
Already, niggas is stepping in trying to be the stepdaddy.
Niggas simps.
I will say this.
Step in the
Niggas
name
is
of love.
If you end up having legal troubles and they sue you and whatever, if you name that kid after me, I'll pay for all your legal troubles. That's a promise. So if you need help financing a lawyer to fight off Fresh and Fit,
That's
you
wild.
know what I mean? If Walter Jr. over there got the name Abba, I'll pay all them bills. I'll sleep. Hey, listen.
That's
As
a
far as
wild
I'm concerned, I
proposition.
think you deserve every dime.
That's a
her
wild
name?
proposition.
We don't know her last name.
Daisy. That's what we all call her, okay?
Imagine she names him Abba Preach Daisy.
I'm paying them legal fees. I will double the video output
Bro,
on
they
this channel to pay for little Abba Preach Daisy
They
to
stupid.
get all that child support. Every dime. If that nigga's gonna have Walter's genetics, she deserves child support. He gonna need every financial advantage to be able to make it in life, and he gonna have Pug CEO's genetics.
I'm with it.
Okay? That's a promise, Daisy. Just drop our names. Even if it's just middle names, I'll take that. I just want my legacy to live on it.
You know these niggas have beef. You know they beefing with Fresh and Fit.
Yeah,
They
don't
violating.
lie. That's gangster.
They straight
said,
violating
I'll pay
Fresh.
every dime.
I said something.
Oh, to be clear, guys, I'm not joking. I will pay for the lawyer if that baby has my name in it.
You don't even know how much a lawyer fees can be.
Bro, do you see how I live my life? You don't think I got money to spend? This will be one of the greatest hobbies I will ever undertake.
I was looking straight at the camera and I didn't flinch.
You better not. And I'll say this too. I'm going to also encourage her to make sure she share custody. So that every time little Abba Preach Daisy go up to Walter, she goes, Papa, say my name. Dada.
Bro, these niggas stupid, man.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Hey, listen, you know what they say, right? Revenge is a dish best served with some child support.
You're gonna have it. That's crazy.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Have a good day.
Bro, they wild, bro.
I'll stop. Couple things. So they had discussions in private. Text messages are right here. Where, okay, so a couple weeks back, she taken a pregnancy test. This is like maybe a month and a half ago. And she goes, hey, listen, guys, at the end of the day, this is what I think. And this goes to all the guys who are watching at home, all right? If you guys want to do this thing where you go in there raw, because I know a lot of you guys like doing it, have conversations about whether or not she's on birth control. And if she's not, you guys got to have a different conversation at that point. You got to talk about, like, this is not a situation where they talked about it and she's like, oh, I would definitely get an abortion, and then she changed her mind after the fact. She's telling him what she's going to do. She tells him what she wants to do, and he went along with the ride knowing full well what it was. How is that a trap? Stop saying that shit. I'm fine with calling, there's some women who definitely do that. That's not one of these situations, okay?
She definitely gave bro a disclaimer. She definitely said, these are the terms and conditions. She definitely forewarned this man that if she were to get pregnant, that baby would remain in utero. She did. Fresh ain't hear shit. Because he was too busy still stroking and still calling her babe and queen and filling her head up with fantasy and lies. That's just how bad he wanted the pussy, which is crazy.
Okay. So, it's okay. His podcast is all about holding women accountable. He can hold this L and he can hold that accountability as well. He needs to be accountable for what he said and what he's done. That's his L. She didn't do nothing wrong. Well, let me rephrase. That's not true. She wasn't the one that's most at wrong for this, because it seems like she's clearly communicating he's not. That's what it is.
That's fair.
Yeah, and he's the one that said, oh, she's not my girl in conversations. Oh, you're my girlfriend. I love you. Nigga, what is going... that? You're not consistent. And you guys know damn well, everyone in the RP space would be like, if this was a woman, they'd be like, bro, look at women, so emotional, never consistent, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is this guy doing? And you know what? The fans are noticing, because they up in the comments, they're letting them know about their recent life. They're not happy with it. And actually, did you see the recent live stream they did with the lawyer?
No spine. And that's the reason why a lot of you mother are fat, triple chin, neck bearded, pieces of dorks with no money, and no one respects you, because you mother don't stand for nothing. If I stand with Fresh, I die with Fresh. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. You fuckers, oh shit, it's getting shaky. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave. I got 20 real estate properties, so I can tell mother you, my net worth is over $6 million. I get money residually. I don't fucking need to do this, and I don't need to sell my soul. I stand with my fucking friends, period. All right? Some of you mother need to get a spawn you jellyfish, SpongeBob in a pineapple house, pieces of shit. It pisses me off how soft all you mother are, bro. It's ridiculous. You mother haven't stepped in the gym in 3 weeks trying to tell me how to be loyal to my friends. I'm not going anywhere. All right? I'm tired of my... Leave Fresh. He's holding you down. He's holding you down. Well, you. All right? I don't need to make a f***ing cent off this podcast. I'm fine. My real estate will take care of me, because I knew that if I want to say what the f*** I want to say and not sell my soul, I need to go ahead and build residual income coming in every month so I can sit here and tell you f***ers, you, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to say what the f*** I want to say, and I don't give what anybody got to say.
Yeah, you sound like you don't care. Everyone believes you do.
Yeah, that's
That's the face of someone who's not bothered and doesn't care.
not bothered one bit.
Not at all.
Not one bit.
Me, when I wake up and I'm not bothered, I just wake up.
Jesus.
I have my soul. I have my spine.
Bro,
I have
that's
my
stupid,
integrity.
bro.
I got my 10 toes and my 2 feet. And I stand where the fuck I stand. And if I die there, I'll die there with a smile on my face, because I can look in the mirror and be happy with the man that I see. You mother... You losers that sit there and say, oh, it's getting rocky, Myron. You should leave. Why do you stay by Sneeko? Do you stay by the Tates? Do you still think they're having Trump Chris? First is the idiot. Why are you still there? Chris drinks too much. Hey, shut the...
Doesn't care, remembers every criticism, bro. This mother staying up late on Reddit being like, what did they say about my friends? How can I defend them more for shit?
Jesus.
If you don't care, just don't talk about it. Move on.
Hey, shut the up. That's why no one respects you, mother... Because you don't stand for anything. If there's anything you guys can learn from this podcast, learn this. We've been through hell together. We had people come at us. We've had death threats at us. People who fuck every time we've go through some bullshit. People make allegations on us. People have tried to absolutely destroy us. And you know who was around me the whole... These... So you must say whatever the want to say. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stand by the...
Bro, this gotta be one of the gayest speeches, bro. If you close your eyes, you would think this is about a broad. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if you have cancer. I love you. Whoa, chill out. Jesus.
Guys that stand by me, because you pieces of shit are when I'm going through it. You pieces of shit are there when I'm figuring out what the I'm gonna do because we got demonetized. You mother weren't there when everyone in their mom came at us. You fuckers weren't there when I got the false accusation against me. You weren't there when this lied and said that I got...
Hey! We were, buddy.
Yeah, we were there.
Did it! And then you dumbasses, 3 years later, believe some bitch that makes the same allegations again! You idiots! I'm not going anywhere! I'm standing right here!
Bro, if these guys had the same energy about their girls as they do this fucking podcast, they'd be in the most successful marriages.
They got the same fucking energy as Diddy. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now.
Until the feds come. You go to jail. You want to be loyal to the people. Doesn't matter what they doing. Doesn't matter what it is. That's her choice. Everybody got a different idea of what it means to be loyal. Some people think loyalty is like, yo, you could murder 10 people and I'ma still be your boy. Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I value my friends, but I also value my values. I don't want my friends to stand by me unconditional. Friendships are conditional. Absolutely. Guess what? If you go out and you touch kids, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Oh, what? You guys are going to stand by your homie after he's diddling kids?
That's valid, but...
Hey, everyone got their conditions. Everyone got their lines. The only difference is that some people's lines are a little bit further than others.
It's funny.
Let's see.
It's funny because...
I think it's just about addressing it in public versus and behind closed doors rather than in public.
Which one do you want? If you are loyal, because at this point I don't think it's loyalty, but whatever. When you claim to be loyal like that, no matter what the fuck up is, we don't talk about, you have to throw accountability out the door. It's no longer accountability. Because no matter what happened, no matter this, no matter that, I'm going to have your back no matter what. All that, the accountability is out the door. But
that's facts, though. Because if these guys were loyal to their fan base, they wouldn't be bringing on scammers. They wouldn't be bringing on fraudsters. People they know are doing this stuff, but because their friends are going to do that. So in order to be loyal to your friends, you're going to betray your audience, the ones that you claim you're trying to save. Like I said, everyone got their different definitions. This is not mine. But
that's fine.
It's fine. Back to this whole thing. Listen, I think my stance that I originally had, I think bears out. I think this girl fell in love with this guy. Doesn't seem to be a sex worker. And he played her. Ended up getting her pregnant, and now he's having buyer's remorse. That seems to be the real gist of this story. I don't think she's a gold digger. The way she talks about him, the way that she's genuinely hurt by the stuff he said, seems like there was a real relationship there, and he made her really believe that too. So that's what I gather from it. What about you?
There was definitely some thing that lacked a little bit of responsibility in terms of the decisions that were made.
Yep.
I'd say that much. As far as the entrapment, I don't think it's that. I really don't think it, that things were clear on her side. What she was about to do, what she would do, what she wanted to do. And at some point, the response was, whatever makes you happy, as long as you're happy. And if what made her happy, which is what she stated, what made her happy was to have a kid, then it's hard for me to get my, entrapment card out. Although I can acknowledge the fact that there was probably some poor decisions that were made.
Poor decisions.
And that's fine. We all make them.
But let me ask you. Fresh, you're going to pay child support. That child deserves it. It's got your genes. It needs whatever financial advantage you can get.
So that was the video. That was the receipt she bought. And as I originally stated, my initial position was I didn't believe that she was trying to trap him. I didn't believe that she was a sex worker or being disingenuous. I do believe that this is a woman, as I've been preached, also believe, who genuinely fell in love. She was fed lies. She was sold the dream. And he snatched the rug from under her. And it's really that simple. And as a man, you absolutely cannot do that. That's what makes you lose my respect as a man. That's what makes you lose a lot of men's respect as a man. When you're not a man of your word. When you put up this facade and you tell a woman one thing and then you do the complete opposite. Because women are going to feed into the lies. Women fall in love with their idea of you, and women fall in love from what they hear from you that aligns with their idea of you. So as a man, you either stick to your word or you be open, honest, direct, and transparent with women at all times about how you feel about them, about what your intent is with them, and about the role that they will play in your life, and about if you want to be in their life through whatever adverse situations y'all experience. I can't side with Fresh on this. This woman made some dumb decisions, but she did nothing wrong as far as all the evidence suggests. And it's really that simple. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage of Q Pill. Over and out.